What's going on YouTube? It's your boy DMD, and today I'm coming at you guys with a Shaddoll Invoked deck profile. Now obviously this deck has fallen out of a lot of favor, especially over the past couple of months because of the dominance of Eldritch and a lot of the combo decks that are just generally stronger and faster than this deck is. But I wanted to go ahead and bring you guys this profile just to kind of pique your interest a little bit because I've been playing this online a little bit and I really enjoyed it. It's super fun. So I wanted to go ahead and bring you guys this video just to talk about my deck choice and my card choices and so on and so forth. So for starters, we've got 3 Wendy. This is obligatory. We got 3 copies of Squamata, just to Foolish Burial anything, obviously, and Wendy is to summon from deck. 1 Beast, 1 Dragon, 1 Falco, and 1 Aerial. After that, since that rounds up all the Shaddoll cards, we are on 1 Damage Juggler to search for Trick Clown. We've got 1 Trick Clown. Then in addition to that, we have our Invoked package, which is just a simple 3 Alistairs, 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 3 Nibiru, and then that's it for the hand traps in the main board. Moving on to the spell lineup, we are playing 3 copies of Magical Meltdown, 3 Shaddoll Fusion, 3 copies of El Shaddoll Fusion, 3 Invocation, 1 Polymerization, 1 Terraforming to search out Fusion Recycling Plant or Meltdown, 1 Foolish Burial for the Shaddoll cards, 1 Set Rotation, and then we have 2 copies of Shaddoll Rook, which is Shaddoll Schism, as it were. This is to help you to go into Winda on your opponent's turn. Going into the extra deck, we've got 2 copies of Invoked Makaba, 1 copy of Invoked Kaliga, 2 copies of Construct, 1 copy of Apcalone, 2 copies of Winda, 1 copy of Alistair the Invoker of Madness, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Salaman Great Almirage, 1 Secure Gardna, 1 copy of Cross Sheep, which we almost never make, 1 copy of Verte Anaconda to help you go into Winda at the very end of your combo if you're having a little bit of trouble making it in your regular combo, which you shouldn't. And then 1 Gravity Controller to link off the Construct to float into another Shaddoll card in your grave. And then in the side deck, we have 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More, 3 copies of Artifact Lancia, 2 copies of Twin Twisters and the 1 Feather Duster, 3 copies of Evenly Matched, and 3 copies of Solemn Judgment. So that wraps up pretty much all of the entire deck. Let's go ahead and get into the live duels. So all that is Shaddoll Invoked. I hope you guys found those duels to be entertaining. It was against Zodiac, although I don't know if that was the most optimal. I think that was the Tri-Brigade build that I was playtesting against, and that isn't the most competitive version. I think the Dogmatica version is a little bit better than that. But it is still Zodiac. Dryden is still an incredibly powerful card, and Zoo King Alpha definitely made an appearance in those duels. That card is absurd, but at any rate, this deck is still able to flex its muscles against one of the best decks in the format, being Zoo, and we did actually play more matches than that. I actually played, I believe, 4 or 5 games with him, and I 2-0'd him like every single game just because I was able to outgrind him with Schism and Alistair, and being able to make Winda every turn is really, really powerful against the meta decks. That's one thing I also wanted to mention about this deck is not only can it be very hard for decks to deal with Winda and Mechaba that are rogue, but even against meta decks, Winda can just like automatically win you the game sometimes. And that's why I really think this deck is very underrated, even though it does have its issues. It's certainly not got the highest ceiling deck that is currently floating around in the metagame. I definitely think there are stronger, but I do think this deck is a whole lot of fun. Just playing it in those replays, I enjoyed watching them just because it was so much fun being able to combo through and just make determinations of when I should flip Schism or when I should flip, you know, my El Shaddoll fusions. Just the level of interactivity that this deck offers is just so much fun, and I really will be sad when they inevitably hit the Invoked engine because of decks like Invoked Eldritch and Invoked Dragma and all of these other decks that are splashing Invoked into them because they don't rely on their normal summon. It really will be sad when Invoked starts to get hit on the ban list, but because of the fact that it's so much fun to play. But this deck is for online. I think this deck has a lot of, I wouldn't say potential. It really just depends on what happens on the ban list. But this deck is so much fun to play that I might just play it online, instead of zoo or dinosaurs all the time. I might start seriously playing this online because of how much fun it is, honestly. It's just a blast to play, and I highly recommend that anybody check it out if you are looking to play another deck. If you're kind of bored of the format, you've been playing the same deck for a while, give this one a shot. It's an oldie now, but it's still a goodie. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this content for the day. It's me, it's that DMD, and you already know, guys, your boy is out. Peace out, guys.
You're my heartbeat.